welcome to Stretford Paddock. We're here for the team news for Man United against Derby in the FA Cup 5th round. I think it's 5th round. It's 5th round, isn't it? Yeah. 5th round at Pride Park. The team should be coming out in a few minutes. There has been a leaked team, if you would believe such horrible things would go on the internet these days. I'll just read you this leaked team. We'll take it with a pinch of salt, as it is a leak. But there is a chance that it's legit, as these leaks often tend to be these days. Apparently, if you believe the team, there is Romero, Shaw, Lindelof, by Dallo. So no Wan-Bissaka. Obviously, Solskjaer mentioned that in his press conference. Then a midfield of McTominay, Fred and Fernandes. And then we've got Jesse Lingard coming back, Juan Mata and Ighalo. So it's a relatively strong side. I think the back six, or the back seven even, is kind of first choice. Obviously, Romero over De Gea. De Gea's had a bit of a rough time the last few weeks, so maybe that would be the first choice at this point. Luke Shaw, thought we might see Brandon Williams. Of course, this is just a leak, so there's a chance this isn't legit anyway. But I thought we might see Brandon Williams. Then we've got Lindelof and Bailly. Harry Maguire sitting this one out by the looks of things. But then the midfield of McTominay, Fred and Fernandes is first choice, full strength side. And then we've got Lingard, Mata and Ighalo again up front. Again, this is assuming that the leak is correct. We will get the official team news in probably 2 or 3 minutes. Let me know what you think of that squad. Ighalo with another start, his first start in domestic competitions. Mata with a start as well. He looked good last time he started against Club Bruges. Hopefully him and Fernandes can link up nicely again, assuming this is the correct lineup. Someone says, Joe, when do you think you'll get your debut? I don't know. I'm still waiting for the call up. But it takes a while, doesn't it? Hello from Barbados, Joe. 4-1 United. Rooney with a consolation. I'd take that. I'd like that. United to win. Rooney to score late on, so we don't have to worry about whether we've lost. Like, if Rooney gets the first goal, United fans won't clap him. But if we're 4-0 up and he gets one in the 89th minute, we might clap him off in a good way. As long as Bruno plays, the rest of the team can be whatever. It does feel a bit like that at the minute, doesn't it? Bruno to make the best of Jesse and Andreas. Do you think... no Andreas seemingly in the starting lineup, but maybe you mean in sort of longer term. Do you think that this is a sort of surprisingly strong team? Do you think that Solskjaer isn't taking it too seriously, but were you expecting Solskjaer to play such a sort of pretty much first choice team? Maguire's missing, Martial's missing, but he may be injured. And other than that, I suppose, again, Wan-Bissaka, but he's injured. In terms of the choices he's made, he's pretty close to being first choice. Again, assuming that leaked side is correct. I'll run through that leaked team once again quickly before the official team comes out. This is according to Jonathan Schrager, who... He's got a verified tick, so it must be genuine. Romero, Shaw, Lindelof, Bailly, and Dallo as the back four. Then a midfield, supposedly, McTominay, Fred, and Fernandes. And then we've got Lingard coming back into the squad, Mata, and Ighalo. I think the best you're going to see of Lingard is in and around the likes of Fernandes and Mata, I think. Even Ighalo, someone who's going to be making those runs in behind, a bit more of a direct striker, someone who will be on the edge and on the end of crosses and passes and balls into the box, that kind of thing. A more sort of positionally reliable kind of striker than Martial is. Not that he hasn't got the talent of Martial, but he is a bit more kind of predictable from an attacking perspective, I would say. I think you can he's going to be in and around the centre of the pitch, in and around the sort of the line of the defenders, and maybe it's a bit more predictable and a bit more of an easy job to find him if you're an attacking midfielder. Ighalo to score, 3-0 United. Ighalo, more like R9's wet dreams. Bit much there from a child as well, so you shouldn't be using words like that. If we had Pogba back, he would be playing instead of Fernandes. Okay. Thank you for that one, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What will be our first summer transfer in? We don't know. I don't know. We seem to be linked with Grealish and Sancho pretty heavily, so if I had to make a bet at the moment, I would say one of them. I expect him to rotate the squad, just then players have got to do the job. Yeah, I mean, I personally think it's a surprisingly strong lineup. I was expecting to see a few more changes, as we should hopefully be getting the official team lineup any second now. Yeah, here it is, 25 seconds. And just a quick glance, the leak was true. The leak was correct. We're going to get it up on the screen as soon as we have the official graphic there. But it is, again, I'll go over it again now. It's been released officially. Sergio Romero, Dalot, Lindelof, Bailly, Shaw, Fred, McTominay, Mata, Bruno Fernandes, Lingard, and Ighalo. You can't walk in front of that because that's the camera we're using. Just sit down here, mate. As Joe McGrath joins us.
Ready for the big old watch along here. Can't wait.
You can't see him, but you can hear him. So, and then the subs bench, we've got De Gea, Twanzebe, Williams, Andreas, Matic, Greenwood, and Martial. So Martial is fit enough to make the bench. Greenwood on there. I thought he would probably start, to be honest, but it looks like they've gone with Mata instead. Maybe a bit more creative than Greenwood. You smell lovely.
Thank you.
What is that? The Lynx effect?
No, it's CKNY.
It's CKNY, which isn't a real thing.
What's the white bottle?
DKNY.
DKNY.
Yep.
Second favourite.
Calvin Klein, New York. Instead of anyway, have we ain't got a graphic yet, have we? We're going to get one for the team. Let me know what you think to the team. Let me know what you think to the subs bench. Quite a strong subs bench. Couple of midfielders, couple of defenders, couple of strikers. I think if we are struggling, which hopefully we won't be, can we just have an easy game for once? But if we are struggling, we've got Greenwood and Martial who can probably make a change off the bench and a bit of an impact off the bench. Resting Matic key given his effectiveness versus City last time out. Yeah, I think it probably is. He's played really well since he's come back. Oliver Edwards in the comments says, tell Joe McGrath the small part you could hear of him in the Stephen Tries podcast was the worst bit. Not even got his jacket off and he's already getting slagged off by a 14-year-old. Hey, Joe, sit down, mate. He's not worth it. He's not worth it, mate.
How Joe is 14?
Because we know him, Oliver Edwards. He's Salford Young Mayor as well, mate. Recently inaugurated.
Salford Young Mayor?
Yes.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Don't swear at children, please. Surprised he's playing Bruno. Your thoughts? Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. I think it's a stronger squad than I was expecting, as I've said a couple of times. I'm surprised Bruno's playing. I thought he might come off the bench. But we're in a position where, as we've seen this season, if he doesn't play, there is no sort of bottom to how lacking creativity we can be and just how poor we can be. So I think you've almost got to play him. I'm actually a little bit surprised Maguire's not playing because I thought he's kind of played himself into that you just play every match, mate, kind of position at United. Give me your score predictions then. Now we've seen the team as the team graphic swings onto the screen. Give me your score predictions based on that team. Let's get the Derby lineup as well. I'm assuming we're going to see Wayne Romney, the 2014 American presidential candidate. Here's the Derby team. Roos, Forsyth, not Bruce Forsyth, Roos Forsyth, Waghorn, Lawrence, Evans, Lowe, Bogle, Knight, Sibley, Bird, and Rooney. That's the one we were all talking about. So Wayne Rooney is playing as we expected him to. No real standout names on that Derby sheet other than that. I only really recognise 2 or 3. But yeah, it's a relatively strong side for United. What's your score predictions then? Come on. 4-0 United. Do you think Lingard will give a 1 out of 10 performance or 2 out of 10? I'm hoping for at least a 2. Who is captain? Good question. The answer is Juan Mata. Coming in as captain, the most senior figure on the pitch. 3-1 United, 3-1 United, 2-1 United. Bruno must be captain now. Too soon for that. He's only played 4 games. I'm happy with the team. Just hope Fernandes doesn't get injured. I think they're going to be all over him, aren't they? I expect Derby to swarm him. But hopefully, with the likes of Mata and Lingard around him, we should be able to make chances. Even if they do sort of push him, it should leave spaces elsewhere. And I think Mata's still pretty creative. And hopefully, if Rooney's got enough legs for the Championship, you think Mata would have. 3-1 United win. A lot of people are thinking 3-1. 2-0. Comfortable win, but a Rooney banger. Yeah, potentially. What shampoo do you use? Whatever's cheap. Someone said piss and go. That's a bit of a joke there. I think to wash and go. Who wears the armband? Juan Mata. We are superior in terms of possession when Bruno and Mata are on the lineup. Yeah, we saw that against Bruges how well they linked up. I thought they looked really good together, played well, and made a lot of chances. And hopefully we can make a lot of chances tonight. Hopefully we pump them this first half, then rest McSauce and Bruno. Yeah, that's again same kind of formula to what we saw against Bruges, isn't it? So hopefully we'll get that. Kamucho says Joe. There's just 2 Joes, but the rest are just for support, which I'm quite happy with. Predictions are 2-1 to United. Rooney to score. Man United win 4-1. I think everyone seems to want Rooney to score, don't they? Do you think he'll celebrate if he scores a 90th minute winner for Derby? I hope he does. 2-1 United. Rooney to score. Yeah. Guess the score for today, guys. Okay. Cash in on De Gea at the end of the season. What do you think? Maybe, but it depends what cashing in means. If it's 35 million, there's no point. If it's 70 million, then maybe. Do you see Ole using the 4-4-2 diamond using against Everton as a regular tactic in the future? I think with our lack of wingers at the minute, Dan James out of form, Rashford injured, Greenwood is only really a makeshift winger at the best of times. I think we might see it more. We just don't have many wingers, do we? So we may well see it again, yeah. I want Rooney to score a hat-trick of own goals. Yeah, that'd be nice. That way Rooney gets to score a few goals and we can celebrate all of them. Another 5-0 win will be great. Someone said, mods, do your job. I assume you mean the person moderating this rather than people who ride Vespers around, but who knows. Where does Pogba play in this current formation? I'm not sure.
He's stuck.
Late Night Live tomorrow. Yep, absolutely. Henderson deserves a crack, definitely. Yeah, maybe. Almond milk for the win. Cool. 2-0 United. Come on, you Reds. Any Rooney chance you want to hear? Are you there? Are you at the game? And you're going to start one up and we can give Sean Clark the credit for it. Who's on the bench? Great question. Let me go over that again. We have De Gea. Twanzebe, which is nice to see after his game against, was it Stoke for the reserves the other day? 3-2 win against Stoke. He played in that game. But apparently it was a little bit shaky, but he's obviously just coming back from injury, so fair enough. And then we've got Brandon Williams, who I expected to start tonight, but is on the bench. Then we've got Andreas and Matic as two midfield options off the bench. And then in terms of forwards, there's also Greenwood and Anthony Martial. I said Alexander Martial then, but I didn't. So yeah, that's the team. Lingard played for Derby. Could they take him back? Maybe. I think he'll do all right tonight. I'm looking forward to too. Any surprises? Not much rotation for the midfield. A little bit surprised, but I think Solskjaer just wants to win. He's at a position where he can't afford any sort of embarrassing or surprise losses because he's only ever a draw against a decent Everton side away from everyone turning on him again anyway. So I think he's just trying to win the game. But yeah, that's going to do us for now. We're going to be back at 1:15 the game. So what's that, 7:30? Almost got tripped up there, but I didn't. 7:30 for the watch along. It's going to be me, Joe McGrath, say hello.
Hello.
And Kieran, say hello.
Hello.
You heard that. We'll be back very soon for that, so be sure to check that out. Thank you for joining me. See you in a bit.